another session of it. In the past few sessions, we have been learning all the important functions and features of Microsoft Excel. We started our journey learning the ribbon menus, and we have followed it to understand how to edit and format cells, how to insert them, how to insert data, input data, even learned the basic formulas. Today we will be learning another use of Microsoft Excel, a very important use of it, which is charts. Before I begin with charts, let me tell you something about why do we require charts in Microsoft Excel. So we'll be talking about inserting and recommended charts today. What exactly are charts? Charts in Microsoft Excel helps the user in presenting the data analysis with visualizations. As the data sets are bigger, charts help in capturing the attention of the audience. Now, understand this. There are times when you will be needed to show monthly sales report, right? Now, to show this sales report, you will think about how to create that chart, right? And each and every chart is very important because you're capturing the attention of your target audience by showing a data representation, a visualization out of it. Now, sometimes when you are representing data, it is very difficult to see how exactly has your data, has there been an increase in the price? Has there been an increase in the sales? Because there's so many rows and columns, your data might get lost to the audience and they will keep on going back and forth to the document to understand how to make use of it. Well, to do that, you do not require to send them the whole data sheet. What you can do is create charts out of it and present them to your audience. Once you present that chart to your audience, you will be able to understand that using those charts, you are able to focus on how to create those charts. One. Second of all, the exact data that you want your target audience's attention, you will be able to achieve that as well. Each and every data set that you analyze is very important. So, how we will be learning right now how to insert charts. So, we will go back and we will go to Microsoft Excel here. Now, let me do this first. And so let me put Jan. Okay, so I have actually put down all the months. Now I'm going to put down sales.
फीस तो नहीं दिया तो मना करके नहीं भेजना है मुझे फीस तो दिया नहीं होगा अभी सीधे मना कर दे पूछेगी तो मेरा बात याद मैं बता दूंगा बच्चा मारपीट करेगा तो मार खाने जाएगा घर में पढ़ाएगा क्या पढ़ाया देखो तो कौन सा धन दौलत पढ़ा रहे डिप्रेशन घर में करके नहीं जाना मोबाइल से करवाता है
I've put down all the sales here. Now I will select this for these two columns as in the selected part of the cell range that I wanted to be represented in chart and go to insert. Once I go to insert, you see there is recommended charts, right? So we will go here because we want to use a bar chart and we can do let's say this kind of a bar chart, a stacked column. As you see, I can see the price range. I can also go here and let me use maybe the first choice. Yes. So I have got my price range. So my month is here and my prices are on this side, right? Now what I can do here is I can add chart elements as well. For example, if I want to add access title, which is your site title. So you will have one title here, one title here. Let's say I want to edit this. I can just write sales and select this as well and write if I want to. Then I can even change I can write here, let's say sales projection month wise. You can just click on them and you will be able to show. So you see that Jan it's started, Feb it has grown a bit, March it has grown a bit, April it gone really high. Again in May it has come down. Again it started growing in June and July. Followed by August it has grown. September it has dipped a bit. Again in October, November, December it has grown. So you are able to see how much your sales price is. See, it's very, very simple. You select these two rows. Yeah. So I'm going to select these two rows. Go to insert. Go to charts, and you will see you'll be able to see the different charts that are available. For example, because we used a bar chart, and you can also make it 3D as well. Let's say I want to show it like this or like this maybe, or because these are more stacked columns. You also have this 2D bars where it starts from the bottom and goes till top. So it's like a clustered bar, right? So you have clustered bar also in 2D and 3D. So then there are a lot of ways you can project your data. There is bar chart, there is line or area chart, there is pie chart, there is scatter chart or bubble chart, there is statistic chart, there is hierarchy chart, waterfall, funnel, stock, surface or radar chart, and even combo chart, right? Now each and every chart is very, very different. As you are seeing that each and every chart that we are using here has a very different use of it. For example, if we are using pie chart, this won't look good. But for example, you want to show in which locations, yeah, you are able to project much more sales, right? So what I can do is let me remove this chart first. Or let me add data in another column. I'll put month, I said area, duration. Show this, right? Now what you do is you select all of them. Go to this insert pie. and let's say I want to show this, you will be able to see that this is the majority of the population. This is 15%, so the other populations as well. And in the bottom, it has been already color coded as per the colleges. So let's say you want to select, the number of students in college, in each and every college that you are covering. You will be able to write down the colleges and put it in percentages so that you are also able to see how your pie chart looks like. And most importantly, you can format them as well as per your requirement, right? So this is how you can be using pie chart. Now, different charts has different use. For example, line or area chart is mainly, let's say, if you're showing stock market and you are showing the growth of the market or the dip in the market, line or area chart is very, very important. Even to show trends, let's say in months or days, where let's say this trend has been really trending. Something has been really trending, whereas it has dipped in this month because this does not work in this month. For example, you want to show the price of AC, and there's only sometimes the price of AC. There's a demand for AC, which is summer season, right? Now, let's say if you're doing a analysis on when the when people buy mostly the ACs, you can use the line or area chart for that, right? Because all the other months will be down. For example, winter month there is no use for ACs. Monsoon also there is not so much use of ACs, right? But for example, in a summer time, when every household will be trying to get an AC because it's really really hot, you will see there is a high in the trend. So this is how you can do insert line or area chart. Then you have the hierarchy chart. Hierarchy chart is when you have to compare parts to a category from a hierarchy. Then you use the hierarchy chart, right? So you basically understand, let's say, what are the different elements that are there in your data, how to represent those elements. You use the hierarchy chart there. Then you have the statistic charts. Now, the statistic charts is mainly for all the statistical analysis that you show in your data. It is very, very important because for a lot of people, they do a statistical analysis on their data. Yeah, it's just not using the arithmetic operator and finding out a basic sum or a minus or subtraction or a multiplication or division. Because Microsoft Excel is also has a lot of statistical formulas and calculations that you can conduct. It is very important that you also use appropriate chart when you are inserting charts in the document. Then you have the scatter and the bubble chart is basically to show a relationship between the set of values. So let's say you have two different set of values and you want to show a relationship, that's when you'll be using the scatter chart, right? So this is how the scatter chart is used. The next is the combo chart. Here you will be able to combine two charts and to highlight different types of information. And also there is waterfall, funnel, stock, surface and radar chart, which is also very important in case you want to show different kinds of charts, chart designs with your data. So always use an appropriate chart with your data that you analyze. The next slide that we will see, understand, is recommended charts. Now, for example, if you have seen, this is the first thing that you see in the insert is the recommended chart. So let's go to recommended charts and see what is recommended chart all about. As I was saying, that it is very important for all of us to use a proper chart. If you go to insert and let's say I've selected this particular, so I'm going to delete this, but I've selected this particular data set. What I can also do is I can go to recommended charts and see how it should be, which chart should I be using. Now, as I was telling you, it is very, very important to use an appropriate chart for your document. You just cannot use each and any chart because the design looks good in your eyes. No. To represent your chart, you have to use something that will capture and grab the attention of your target audience. Also, you want your data to be analyzed properly and represented it well. So it is very, very important that you use the recommended charts. Now, for example, let me delete this chart. Yeah. And let me select these columns, this month and sales, and go to recommended charts. You see, there's a line chart that they have shown. There's a clustered column that they have shown, which we used. There's a stacked area that they have shown. There is a pie that they have recommended. There's a hierarchy chart funnel which is there. And there is a normal Pareto also which is there. You see, because this shows the jump from from the bottom of the prices to how it has gone up to the whole chart title here. There's so many different elements that are present in your chart that you will be able to work on the same, right? So it is always important that you use something like the recommended chart to understand which chart is as per your need. One, it also saves your time and effort in thinking and brainstorming of what charts to use, because you can just select from the recommended chart itself. Make sure you're using the right columns. Exactly select the part which you want it to be represented in data. It's not that each and every column will require data, each and every column will require a chart. No, what you require is a proper visual representation, right? So make sure you're selecting the appropriate columns and rows when you want to represent some data. And once you do that, you can directly go to insert and go to recommended charts to recommend you which design of the charts to use. Because there are so many layouts, it is always better that you use a template which is easier for you to use. Most importantly, you understand the data analysis part and you can make everybody also understand, right? Now that we have learned about how to insert data charts using recommended charts and what is inserting charts, make sure that you visit support.microsoft.com to learn more about how to create a chart. And also, if you get some extra time, do visit Microsoft Learn to finish a course on Microsoft Excel and earn few extra credits. Thank you.